Hey everybody, we are actually in the eye wall of a slightly stronger Ada. It is unbelievable. Whipping here.
This old job is always causing stress.
I'm touching the truck here.
All I ever do is work. I don't get no rest.
Man, I got some video footage.
Night is on the way.
Crazy. Let me see if I can get outside.
Down in trouble water.
You just wouldn't believe how much rock in the truck is. Oh shit.
Oh, man, drunk donkey IPA. Let that magic mango chase my blues away.
We're in the eye of Ada here in Key Largo.
Among my friends.
Tremendous
I swear the page goes live again.
coming in. Currently. I'm semi-protected here by my truck, so no worries, but semi-protected. I don't want to get the camera wet, and the trees beside me are completely sideways. I'm not sure what the gusts are, but definitely this is the tropical storm. I think we're seeing a little higher gusts. I got the back turned right now and trying to keep the camera from getting wet. We're in Key Largo. We're in the eye of Ada.
All right, what's up, everybody? We jamming. It's our Thursday tune. I hope you're doing well. We're gonna fade the music out. I'm gonna try to be like a real producer here. Look at that. Is that not like awesome? All right. So here we are, Thursday with Hunter. Hunter's a little small. I gotta lift him up so you can see him. Actually, I need to make my camera smaller. But anyway, good morning. What's up, world? This is our Daily Brew. We are live from Oldsmar. Talking weather. It looks like we're good. The bus got here on time. It's a great day because the bus got here at 9:19. As soon as I hit the button, the bus showed up. Awesome. So happy about that. So good morning, everybody. We are talking weather. This is what we do. Good to see some familiar faces, new faces. Everybody's stir crazy in the tropics. I'm starting to report on any cloud that I see. Not really. But you can argue I am because we haven't had anything in a while. So we got a little bit to talk about. We do. The tropics, we are less than 1 month from the peak of hurricane season. Can you believe it? Almost 21 days from now is the peak. We've had the longest stretch of no-name storms in a lot of years. Like, I think I read 1999, this is the longest stretch. Some of y'all might not even been born. It hasn't been this slow. But yeah, Shelly, that was a great picture. I just shared it. That way I don't get any trouble. All right, so the Daily Brew, listen, I'm Mike's weather page, just regular weather dude that tracks weather, and we have a lot of weather dude and dudette fans from around the world, and nothing's official what I say. But we do have a lot of followers on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. So welcome, everybody. We are streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and behind the scenes on TikTok. So wherever you're watching from, thanks for stopping by so we can talk a little bit of weather. So we're going to say some hays as we do, a couple minutes. So that's good. I got a text I just got. Do some haze, and then we'll get right into it. So our Daily Brew brought to you by our good friends over here at the side. This is ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Getting close to the weekend. Got Daytona coming up. Make sure you stop by and support our friends there at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Been great supporters of us here at MWP. We love them to death. So check them out, especially in Daytona. We got 2 stores right there in Daytona you can stock up on for the NASCAR race. So, yeah, Pensacola is soggy. I just posted radar, man. Pensacola is getting a lot of action. Let's put it right here since we have a lot of people that watch us. Actually, let's look at this one here. This is a little more relative. But, yeah, Hunter's looking at it. See that, Hunter? That's the frontal line. Joey, nothing's really cooking too much. Got a little spot we're going to talk about in the Bay of Campeche. So I'm going to say hey to everybody. Tammy, thank you. Thank you, Jim Miles. Appreciate that. Jennifer Hawkins, lots of storms in the Panhandle right now. Swooping through. You can see it coming at you. So that's going to maintain itself, it looks like. A couple days now of stormy weather for the upper Gulf Coast. Krista Hoff from St. Augustine. Good morning. Matthew from Coral Springs. We got Richard. What's up? Rick over on YouTube. Fred, Kenneth, Jennifer, John, Lee. Appreciate that, guys. Richard Reamer, pre-Friday, Rick Taylor. What do you think, Hunter? Hunter's snoring. All right, Hunter's a good boy. Louie's sleeping. We'll show Louie off tomorrow. See, he looks kind of big until you look at him next to me. Are you good? I'll say goodbye, buddy. Hey, Bill, I appreciate that. But yeah, look at this. So it's been a weird year, right? Holy moly. So we got one of the longest stretches ever without tropical name systems. We've already talked about 2 cold fronts that have touched Florida, right? Very weird. 40s and 50s for the Northeast, 50s again today. So it's feeling like fall for a lot of folks. I don't know what's going on. It's supposed to be August. Almost seems like it's October. I don't know. What the heck is going on? We don't know. I don't know. The only thing going on in tropics, let's pull it up. This is it. It's the only thing. So, here's what we got. We're going to talk about the tropics. Tropics are expected to peak soon with activity, but yet nothing is showing up. Now, yesterday I shared ensembles. I shared them again this morning. You got to be careful with ensembles. Those are just areas of possible spots to watch. Overnight modeling didn't really jump on any one of those 3. And I'm going to show you that here in a second. What we're going to do is talk about this real quick, and then we're going to talk about next week's possibilities. Talk about the MJO, how that's flipping around to an enhanced phase. And more cold fronts that we get will start to bend anything in the tropics. And that could mean a little more chance for Florida, because October, late September, cold fronts start to come down. Anything that brews down the Caribbean typically gets picked up and moves off northeast. So, just saying, if these fronts keep coming down, then we might end up not really seeing a Cape Verde style season, because every week that goes by, but we'll wait a couple more weeks before we rule out the Cape Verde season. So, all right, so the 3 spots we're going to talk about after this one. Next Friday, this has been the same time frame. Next Friday, a week from Friday, this would be the 26th, I think. The 26th. So Friday, I put the dot right where I was supposed to. I didn't even try. 8/26. So we're basically seeing a gaggle. Gaggle. What's up, Dale? What about the dang Rays last night? A grand slam to lose to the Yankees. Oh my goodness, I wasn't up for it. Cindy, good morning from Southeast Florida. Good morning there, Cindo from Watha, North Carolina. Kimberly from Wet Biloxi. Don, good morning. A lot of good mornings. I wish I could see everybody. So next Friday, this is what we're going to get into. Next Friday, we got that. We got the wave that came off of Africa yesterday, and then we're going to have another wave coming off here. So there's a chance a week from Friday we could see 3 things. But that's very, on and off again. But that's after we talk about this. So we got this little spot here. It's over Central America, crossing to the Yucatan right now. It's 30%. The NHC's got it at 30%. This is what they say. Concentrated area, showers, thunderstorms, tropical wave. It's going to emerge over the Bay of Campeche, the BOC, tomorrow, and then a low pressure could form. There's a lot of ifs. Nobody really knows because the models aren't showing much at all right now. Okay, so modeling shows very weak system tomorrow into Saturday going into Mexico with some of the juice, because it's so disorganized, could get pulled up and actually bring some rains to coastal Texas, even up into Louisiana. But as far as models go, man, none of the models are really showing anything with this. However, systems in the BOC typically surprise many times because just the land interaction, the counterclockwise flow, low pressure, the water temperatures, everything. It just sometimes BOC storms can pop up and the models don't show it. So 30%, got to keep an eyeball on it. It's tomorrow. It's going to be hitting, and any sort of landfall would be towards Saturday, Sunday. So this is going to be quick. It won't have a lot of time. That's the one thing. Systems take time to develop. So, if anybody's worried about like a Harvey, I hate to say the word, but people bring it up. Systems need time to develop. And this one sounds like it's only going to be over the water maybe 2 days max, if that. So it's very hard for a system to get too strong in a short amount of time. But that's what we got, 30%. Let's take a look at some of the latest models on it. We'll go to Tropical Tidbits. We'll look at all of them. We'll zoom into Texas and Mexico and see what we got. As I thought I turned down my sound, but I did not. And we'll talk about what's coming next week after that. All right, so this is basically at Eastern U.S. Let's look at the moisture. We got people in Texas watching. Invest 98 sure did a lot of rain and had a lot of signature spin that went all the way to Mexico. It was the most wildest thing ever. We still got that low pressure up here in the northeast. That little nor'easter did pan out. Doesn't look like the rain reached the areas that the models predicted it wouldn't, so the models were correct. The rain pretty much stayed to the north. But anyway, all right, so here's what we got tomorrow. Tomorrow, the GFS all the way through Monday. You can say this is kind of it down here. This is Saturday. Maybe gets pulled up. Maybe over here. It's just awful looking on the GFS. So Saturday rains into Sunday, possibly maybe Sunday, maybe not even Sunday. This is Saturday night. Maybe some coastal rains. Nothing. GFS has not shown anything on our system down there in Texas. So, more of a moisture surge. I mean, I don't think I've seen really any model show any development with this system. It's going to be some shear, it looks like. But, there's our blob of rain into Texas Saturday. Just no organization. All right, go to the Euro. This is tomorrow. There's our little blob of rain. No. A little bit of spin, vorticity spin, but nothing organized. A little bit of spin, but, anytime you get a little low level vorticity, it could be watched. So the Euro's been really good about showing this consistent, but as far as pressures dropping, it's just, I don't know. We'll have to watch it in real time. But there's that Canadian model. Let's see what it showed. A little bit of vorticity spin, a little bit into the Texas-Mexico border. But as far as organization, so, that's the bottom. And even our good old Icon, which is a great model, just showing a blob of rain. So that's it. I don't think we should talk about it anymore. So NAC's got it at 30%. We'll see. Anytime you get a system in the BOC, you got to watch it. That's all I got to say. Sometimes the models pick up on it, though, and they're not even picking up on it. So I think this one's going to be a nothing burger, if that's a word. Nothing burger. A little bit of shear to the north coming in. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't look like. All right, enough about that. Hey, what's up there, Scott? John, what's up? Rain in Houston, possibly a little bit later Saturday into Sunday morning, possibly, if this thing does anything. But we'll see. We'll see. Right now, there's not a lot of spin to it. Just doesn't look good at all. I don't know. We'll have to wait until it plops on the other side, and we'll see. Plops on. Look at Door's song. Plop on through to the other side. So, all right, enough about that one. Some of the other modeling and maps. Let's pull this up here. I'm going to drink some coffee while we chit-chat about this. This is the end of August. Let me go to about right here. This is one of our MJO maps. Thank you, Janie Wells. The Gulf waters are hot. I agree. Hey, Harrison, appreciate that. I think a lot of that 30% the NHC showing is based on history. Just knowing that anytime you get low pressure in the BOC, you got to watch it. So but again, time is not on its side. It'd be tough for this thing to really get going too much. All right, so we got this MJO cycle coming. Cheers, by the way. We're back to our mathnasium. Countryside mathnasium. Saving Emily's GPA. F to maybe an A. She's almost done with her Algebra 2 honors. Thank you, mathnasium. She's going to become a meteorologist and be smarter than her dad. All right, so this MJO phase is coming, and it's going to be coming in from the Pacific. It's an enhanced phase. That's what everybody's chit-chatting about. Not that it means anything, as we've known. Nothing's panned out so far this season, but when you get an enhanced phase like this going into the Gulf and to the Atlantic, we could see an uptick of tropical activity. And it's expected to get here the end of August, and this is all the way through the month of September. So if the MJO does what it's supposed to do, then we're going to see an uptick in activity in the peak months of September. What it does, it allows for easier thunderstorm formation. It has an upward motion of the air that actually helps enhance thunderstorm activity, and you start seeing bubbling of storms a lot easier and a lot more convection. So that's what it does. It actually allows thunderstorm activity to increase. And once you have thunderstorm activity, you get low pressures underneath them, and they start spinning. So anytime you have a wave, we always say you got to have a seed. You got to have a planted seed. The reason that the season has been so slow, we've had a lot of dusty, dry, mainly mid-level dry air that has come across the Atlantic. All of our seeds, which are tropical waves, haven't been able to survive enough to even do anything. Well, now that we have this MJO cycle, a little bit less dry air expected across the Atlantic, this MJO will help a tropical wave form thunderstorms, and you'll see thunderstorms form easier. And sometimes, like a lot of forecasters have been saying a lot on Twitter, I've been following, sometimes the tropics just switch like that, and all of a sudden you get bam, bam, bam. So, not saying it's going to happen, but I am saying have the crayons ready. Get out the yellow, get out the orange, and get out the red. Did you know we have our own crayon made? Look at this. Minneapolis. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And of course it's red. Hurricane red. That was several years ago at the Crayola store. All right. Freezing in Ohio. I know. I posted that earlier. Holy moly. Dolores, Overton, Daytona so far, looks kind of good. It's kind of hard to predict that far out, but oh no, I just shut down TikTok. Nope, I'm still there. Hey, what's up, TikTok? See if I can read some TikTok comments. So we're just doing behind the scenes on TikTok. I wish that we could. That's fun, Florida. Hey, Judith, what's up, Miss Texas? Jose likes crayons. Send rain to Texas. You might get a little coastal rains. But even the big models here, because of this, aren't showing much at all with rains. And we saw this yesterday. I was really surprised. I'm still surprised that we're not really seeing any models pick up this system. Like none. So, I mean, this is a blend of all your National Weather Service modeling, and this is through Sunday, and really, this is frontal line rains. But nothing. I don't know. Just not seeing anything yet with that. And it's not even an invest yet, so we don't even have spaghetti models. So Chris is chilling in Palm Harbor. Yay. What's up, Loretta Reed? Central PA, Lisa. Johnstown. How'd you like the cloud picture this morning? That was pretty cool, huh? Dolores, yeah, so I should be over at Daytona unless the tropics heat up. Hey, did you see my picture last night? Did you guys understand the picture last night? I hope somebody figured it out. Look. Do you get it? Do you get it now? My dad orders the onion rings, and this is what I thought of. Vertical stacking. I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, look, there's our tropic. There's our Fisher Price toy. Right here, see? So we were talking tropics at dinner. That was good. We went to Cody's. We love Cody's. I've been going there forever. Mom and Dad love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so here's a little bit something. Then we'll get into the tropics. All right, so we got some big rain. Look at this. This is today. We're going to have flooding rain chances possibly across the upper Gulf into Florida a little bit. This is that lingering line of front. You know, we know that. But look at what happens tomorrow. We have pretty good flooding chances tomorrow out west. And it extends into day 3, which is Saturday. So we could have some pretty big time flooding out west 2 days in a row here. They've had some videos coming out from Vegas. I don't know if you saw the Strip. There was a lot of videos out there with the Strip flooding. It's quite impressive. All right, so tropics. Let's go to our Ensemble, starting with weathernerds.org. This is a good little map. Kind of shows everything in a nutshell. So this is Weather Nerds. He is an internet friend of mine. Never met him, but Sean from Alabama heading to Talladega another month. Linda's going on a cruise, you lucky dog. Make sure you come on the Mike's Weather Page cruise. Got to be cool. All right, so here's what we got. Like I said, we got 3 things cooking for next week. So we got a little bit of energy coming up here. The GFS was showing a pretty intense hurricane there for a few runs in the Gulf. The CMC was showing the moisture. And we have Ensemble showing it. So we definitely got this. This is following weekend. We still have this wave somewhere here, and then like I said, we got another wave coming off of Africa. So this is what the ensembles are showing from overnight. It's kind of what they were showing yesterday, same time frame. So let's stop it, and I'm going to go in time. All right, so this obviously is our low pressure coming into the BOC, and we're going to see most of them around 1,000 millibar. Nothing developed at all. Nothing strong at all for our system tomorrow. But as we get into middle of next week, here's that wave. Model's still picking up on it. So here we go. This is Wednesday. I did see that story, Shelly. The 5th one. We're talking about Lake Mead. I saw it on TikTok. Going to California on the 25th. I don't know, Heather. I think... No, you'd be all right. Michelle's going on a cruise out of Tampa. You should be fine. Listen, none of this stuff's official. That's a good thing. Hey, Crystal Beach, I know where that's at. My wife works at the Publix right there. Hey, Susie Smith, move-in day, UF, daughter to dorm. Oh, God, tell me you brought tissues. I dread the day. I don't want to lose my baby. I'm trying to talk her into staying here at USF or UT, selfishly. Lisa's come to Clearwater. Great. All right, so here we go. This is next Wednesday. We've been all over this wave now for a week. So whatever tropical wave can do, this is middle week, next week, Wednesday. It should be somewhere in the middle Atlantic. This is a little spot that's been popping up now. Arguably, it could be the same wave. If we look at surface charts, sometimes you got to look at the fuel source. So this is the wave that came off Africa yesterday. This is another wave nearing the islands today. You can kind of see them here. They're not very well shown, but the juice is here, and I guess arguably right here somewhere. So by Wednesday, this is going to be here, and this is going to be here, and that's what we're looking at. So back to the weather nerds. Yesterday, the GFS was showing this system really organizing into a hurricane. Several runs. The GFS, we know this year has been very bad. However, the Canadian model yesterday for several runs showed moisture, a little bit of low pressure doing the same thing. And there was enough evidence with the Euro ensembles that it was doing the same thing. Now, if you recall, for the last week, we've been talking about a middle Atlantic low that's been coming across. And arguably, if you remember, my curiosity was pegged of how this mid-level low, what it would do once it got into the tropics here in the Caribbean and the Gulf. So going back to the middle Atlantic low that we've been talking so much about, timing on that still puts it about the same time frame. This is the 6Z. I say the same thing every time. You can see the middle Atlantic low here, arguably over the weekend. It's not as strong as it once was, but it's basically this whole general area here, right here. This is Monday. So this middle Atlantic low is going to be entering here about the same time frame. This is Tuesday. We're watching here on Wednesday. So this interaction has got my curiosity. Does this help fuel, lowering pressures a little bit, bring some additional moisture? We'll see. But anyway, there's that. All right, so back to weather nerds. All right, so here we go. This is next Wednesday. All right, so let's fast forward a little bit. And this has been really consistent. And we will stop here on Saturday. Okay, Saturday next week, the 27th. 27th. Clickety-click, 27th. All right, so this is that general area here now. There's a few showing up. Remember, there's 51 members of the Euro, 51 different ensembles. So we're only seeing maybe 10 to 15, but it's enough to talk about. The other wave, who knows? Some's pulling up now, some are going this way, but it's still here. Let me get rid of these arrows. So we got this guy, and then a new guy. So this is the same map I showed yesterday. So the consistency is there as far as 3 possible spots to watch. Now, the thing that we're noting here is this, the 27th. This goes back to the MJO, and if things were to start using the MJO to get going, then as we get into the 27th here, we're starting to see the wave make itself into the Gulf by September 1st. That's the 1st. So there you go. That is the fuel. That is the seeds. That's possibly what could really get things going. But again, nothing's official. Any of this stuff. It's all speculative. Nothing on the NHC map. Then if we go to 10 days, this is does zoom in work? No, it doesn't work on this. I mean, I never did work on this. I never really understood this. It doesn't really work. But anyway, there's that. 10 days from now. And then, of course, there's a lot of members off of Africa. So the wave that came off Africa yesterday doesn't have a lot of support. We showed a lot of that yesterday. The wave that's coming in behind it is getting a lot of support. So we could have that to watch. All right, let's go back to tropical tidbits now. See what the old icon is saying. Now, the icon was showing a pretty aggressive little system coming off of Africa. And here it is. Wow, still showing it. Holy cow. All right, so here is Wednesday of next week. The icon is showing a 992 system coming off of Africa. Now, we've seen that in the past. I remember when Irma came off, it was already like almost a tropical system over land. You know, so the icon not really showing much with our first wave. This is next Wednesday, and it's not really showing much in the Gulf, but it is showing a lot on that third wave. And that's been consistent. So this is something to think about. You can still see the other wave here next Wednesday. This doesn't really show you vorticity, but you can kind of see it with moisture a little bit right here. So, but anyway, that's the icon. The Euro. Check out the Euro. The Euro coming off in Friday. It's starting to show organized low. This is Thursday. So there's our same low that the icon's showing. Basically just showing moisture here from the first wave. And then we'll talk more into this one here in a little bit. This is the spot. So here again, next Friday, moisture, possible low. So everything's lining up. Everything's time frame is making sense. And then of course GFS. Let's look at Canadian. Canadian's showing decent low pressure. Friday the 26th here. So, you know, and it's the same as yesterday. And here's the middle Atlantic wave. A lot of them are pulling our first wave more to the north now, but that's, you know, this is wave 1, wave 2, and then nothing really here. So I mean, everything's on the maps, but this wave coming off of Africa is really starting to show up the strongest on most models. So something to keep in mind. Even the Euro or even the GFS shows it here get going pretty good. This is it right here. So long ways away. We're talking long ways away. But this wave that's coming in off of Africa is getting the most model support that we've seen in a while. Okay, so let me slow down a little bit. So that makes sense, right? Everything makes sense. Nothing official, but lots to hype. Hey, Yohel, what's up, buddy? Next storm name is going to be Danielle. Yep, Shelly got you. Cool. Hey, Bob. Golf Breeze, Kathy, what's up? So to get spaghetti models, there has to be a named invest. Correct, Lambs. Yep. Once they establish a system to be an invest, then the computer models start to run. Now, you can go to things that I just showed. There are spaghetti models on individual models, like the Euro that I just showed. These are spaghetti models for individual European ensembles. But the actual spaghetti models, which are more operational runs, come out once we get an invest. But you can see, you know, golf, you know, we'll leave it at that. I'm not going to hype it up any more than that right now. But the moisture map I wanted to show, this is kind of neat. Let's see what it looks like. We looked at it yesterday on tropical moisture. You can kind of get a sense of what's happening out there just by looking at the moisture. So here's next Wednesday. Got some weird alien looking thing. It looks like alien or mushroom or something. But this is next Wednesday. Wave, the strong wave, middle Atlantic wave, and then this moisture surge here. But as you go in time, you can kind of see this moisture surge get into the Gulf. This is next a week from Saturday, 27th. Here's the wave now that's out there, and then this one. So this is all what we got. That's all. But the most impressive looking feature on future modeling, as far as operational goes, that I've seen in a while, is going to be this wave off of Africa coming a week from Saturday. That's a long way away, but might start hearing more people talk about it if it keeps showing up. That's for sure. And we can look at one more thing here. Let me show you before I slow down a little bit. I want to look at, yeah, this is what I want to look at. This over here. We can look at this. This is another good map. I like this map a lot. This one really shows it. So again, I shared this one earlier, but there's our tropical depression formation possibility. And again, when you click on tropical storm, there isn't any Euro showing any tropical storm in the BOC. But it does tell you tropical depression, which means we'll have low pressure. But going into the future here, this is next Wednesday. And that pretty much sums it up right there. 3 spots to watch next Wednesday. Low, low, low. That will be either nothing or wow. Things are starting. So, hey, Kitron, how's it going down south? Kitron was the one that nominated us for the Tropical Meteorology Award, which is so awesome. Tons of water spouts. Somebody just asked, Andrea Carnes. Yes, and then we had a water spout today. We had one yesterday that came ashore. I don't know if you saw it. I shared. Dennis Phillips had it. They already took it off already. We had a funnel cloud earlier today here in Madeira Beach. Same as almost yesterday. But man, we've been seeing a lot of funnel clouds coming in off of the Gulf here in the mornings. Really odd, I think. I don't remember seeing that many. But you're right, Florin. You can't trust anything nowadays. Think about our season so far. Think about it. Think about this. Think about this. Colin arguably was over land. Colin, we were talking about Colin because basically the Euro did an awesome job picking up the 850, and we saw it go up 95 around Brunswick through Savannah. Colin, technically, I think, was more structured over land than it was water, my opinion. And then last week, we had Invest 98 yesterday with the most amazing radar presentation I've ever seen over mountains of Mexico. We had more rotation in that system than anything the whole season. What's up with that? I'll have to find it now in case everybody missed it, because it was wild. I even had NWS El Paso respond to me because I said it had an eye. I think they were not mad, but I knew it didn't have an eye. I said it had an eye-like feature. So let's find it because it was amazing. It was unbelievable. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Where are you? Where are you? It was yesterday. Should be right around here. I post a lot of stuff. Here we go. There it is. Look at this. So, let's just leave this for a little bit. So, look at El Paso on a map. Look how far inland it is from the Gulf of Mexico. Look at the mountains of Mexico here, south of the border. This was incredible satellite imagery. And you could argue there's an eye. I see it right here. There's a little eye right there. See it? I mean, it's not It is an eye. But so our season's been weird, man. We had Colin Overland, we've had Invest 98, just keep on trucking. We've had the longest PTCs ever with Bonnie, and we had Agatha cross over into Alex, and it was a long PTC too. It never quite made it to Alex until it crossed through Florida. So we had a lot of really weird stuff this year. Weird. If it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, Shelly's got a duck. Howard. The infamous Howard. Anybody ever get a crack in the windshield? Man, we were so unlucky yesterday. Hit the dang windshield just right. Next thing you know, we got a crack that long. I'm like, are you kidding me? Every one of our cars has got a crack in the windshield, but this one actually spread. I'm like, I can't. Like, what? Hey, Bobby, how you doing, Miss Hurricane Harbor? But yeah. Yeah, refreshing's a good thing. Hey, Sharon, thanks for the stars. Daniel, thanks for we got a lot of stars today. Thank you. Hey, Gail, how's it going? Daniel, I don't know if September's going to be busy or not, but I don't know, Andrew. I don't remember. I don't know. I have to look at it. I get so many notices. You know, we get probably 500 emails every couple days. It's unbelievable. So, hey, Jim Bella, how's it going? Yeah, we do. I do have a couple maps for Africa. You know, we got to look at stuff like this. This is the future. You can look at Africa here, and you can look at the Indian Ocean. And you can see a little bit above average rainfall expected now coming, which ultimately means waves that come out here. So you can kind of look here to find out what's going to happen here. So the weather is juicing up, which ultimately means more rains in Africa, which means less dust, and it means more chances for tropical activity. Then I got this African map here that's on Weather Underground, and you can see there's a lot of moisture in Africa. This is the one that the models are really picking up on, as a matter of fact. So that's interesting. Could be the one that we really start to watch. The Icon is a phenomenal model in my opinion, and it's showing it as a 992 pressure already. I mean when it exits, Still a little too far away to be on surface charts. Here's another spot. I don't know if this has been updated or not. Yeah, August 18th it looks like. So there are other ways here. You can't see it yet. Somewhere over here. Surface charts aren't even showing that far yet into Africa, I don't believe. Oh, maybe they are. Here we go. There it is. Well, that's a combination. I don't know which one it is. It's one of these two. But Friday of next week, that's there. That's there. And that's there. A week from Friday. So we'll have 3 question marks. I think this first wave isn't getting a lot of love. But we do got to look at tropical tidbits because I want to show the ensembles for that. So we'll go back to tropical tidbits. And I'm going to drink some coffee here real quick. See what you guys are saying. Detroit tomorrow, Tom. You'll probably be in the 50s. Ryan, I don't know. There's a little interesting tidbit. What city in the United States has been hit the most by hurricanes? I do have this map on the page that shows frequency here. total strikes in the last 110 years. It doesn't include 2020 yet. So it's a little deceiving. But this kind of a really interesting graphic. And then I also have links, direct links above it to where you can see landfall. This is here, by the way, on the map. You can look at Florida and see. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the map I wanted. Oh, there's Florida. Okay. So, county-wise, Monroe County has had 32 strikes in 110 years. Miami-Dade, 25. Broward, 22. And you can see it lessens. So, the tip of Florida, Brevard, 17. Little lull here, but you get the idea. Things are really active southeast Florida, and they become less active on the Florida west coast going up to Big Bend, and the same here. And this is so realistic of what happens. Most of our storms come here and they scoot along that Gulf Stream. And talking with someone the other day, there's a lot of theory that the Gulf Stream could almost relocate low pressures or at least steer them. And it makes a lot of sense. Shelley said it, and I read it, that a lot of research went into NASA, and they picked a spot that didn't get a lot of activity per 100 years. But a lot of these storms do this. These storms, and that's why we have very little strikes up here. The reason these storms get going is most of these come across. This is the Cape Verde storms that come across. So the high pressure up here usually blocks. We did have Jean and Francis that year, which was kind of abnormally, but you rarely get a system come across like that because the high pressure system denies it. And then the same thing here. Most of the systems that come through the Gulf do that, or they form this side of the Yucatan and they come up and they turn and leave this area alone. So systems do that, they do that, you got to break. We get systems come here a lot, not a lot, but occasionally do that, but eventually they do that and they miss a lot of that area. So it makes a lot of sense on Florida. Other areas, Upper Gulf, Galveston with 21 strikes, Lower Louisiana 25 strikes. A lot of Louisiana. Then this does not include the last few years, so these numbers are going to increase for Louisiana and Harvey, a couple others. So I'm hoping they update this. It was 1900 to 2010. And then the East Coast here, it's kind of interesting. Obviously, storms that come through there, like that. So get a little break here, little break here. So your Carolina counties too, you got 22, 21. Pretty neat little map though. A lot of hurricane history. It ought to be getting updated soon, I hope. So anyway, the Gulf is unstable. Actually, the water temperatures, believe it or not, are not really that abnormal anymore. The anomaly map is kind of on track now to normal. Normal's still hot, but we're almost normal in the Gulf now. But we do have these loop currents, loop eddies, plenty of heat. I have this one map. It's very deceiving, but it's called the maximum hurricane intensity, and you can also look at the Barron Hurricane Index. The hurricane intensity map pretty much tells you this, that given every perfect storm scenario, the Gulf could support an 880 millibar system. And it could, anywhere blue could maintain a category 5. So the water temperatures are definitely in that area now that they're warm enough. Anomalies or not, the water temps are well warm enough to sustain strong systems. Another MJO map here showing how we're going to be going into that pretty strong phase here. So that's it. We just got to wait and see. You know, if 3 weeks from now we don't get any activity, we'll say everything makes no sense and throw the book away and start over. Because, oh yeah, Aaron, we were going to show the ensemble. Sorry about that. So anyway, Harold Howard the Duck. All right, so let's look at ensembles. Woke up at 3 o'clock this morning. Jeez. I started looking at Corpus Christi. Definitely got a chance from rain this weekend. 100%. Not 100% chance of rain. There's a 100% chance of having a chance of rain because of this tropical thing. I don't know about a lot though, because we looked at some of those models. It doesn't look like a lot of rain's coming, but you can definitely get some sprinkles out of it. All right. So another cool feature here on Tropical Tidbits, click on ensembles and then go down to this is let's see if I can go over here. Boom. Let's see if I can go back to my marker. I don't think I can. All right, so you got EPS is the European ensembles. GEFS are your GFS ensembles, and the GEPS are your Canadian models. So I'll start out with the European models, and we'll go down to lower dynamics, click Ensemble mean, and here's what we got. All right, so over the weekend, there's our wave coming off Africa. A lot of ensemble support. As we get into middle week, boom, let's stop right about here. Okay. So let's zoom this one up. This is middle week next week. Middle week next week. All right, here's what we got. So these are all the little members. So we got a couple things to look at. One, this cluster of low possibilities happening here. Not a lot of runs showing it, but, you know, we were seeing possibility of these going this way. Here's that wave off Africa. There's a few. Notice the high pressure is pretty strong here. So that, you know, and we got high building back in behind it. And then here's our next wave coming off. So there's your ensembles for the Atlantic coming up. And we can fast forward a little bit more. And you can see a few getting into the Gulf. The following weekend. And a whole bunch coming in off of Africa now. So that's just it. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it anymore. We don't have enough confidence yet to really get going on anything. I'll just leave that up. That makes me. That's John Madden. John Madden doing the weather. Dan, there's really no storm near Cozumel. It's just a blob. There's no organization at all. It's nothing. It's just convection. There's no rotation in this at all. This is associated with our low that's going to end up doing that. So you might get some rain maybe, but it's not a storm. It looks like a big blob on satellite, but that's all it is, just a blob. It's nothing. You might not even get any rain in Cozumel. I don't know. But it's moving on out of there. So that little blob's moving on out of there. Pensacola on 828. Oh, God, I can't go that far yet. That's still too far. Katie, you're correct. Very odd year so far. Bobby, low pressure. Hey, Bobby, what about... So do you see the middle Atlantic low? Currently, I think it's currently probably, I know where it's at right now. Let's take a look. Can't even really hardly tell where it's at. It's right here. Well, there's two. That's high. There's low. It's right here. Middle Atlantic. But it was showing up as coming across. Curious if it's going to have any interaction with. There it is right here. So there it is, Middle Atlantic right now. And of course, you know they do have little spin with them. This is up, you know, middle low. But what's interesting is it's going to be here on Tuesday. And then what? I don't know. Now you're starting to see all these little spots pop up here next Friday, Saturday. So we're going to have the interaction here of two lows, possibly, and this is the following Friday where we're seeing, you know, and then if you look at what the euro, just to show you the worst case scenario, this is what the GFS was showing yesterday. It was showing this. So again, we rewind to next Friday, and there's our lows that the euro is showing possible, but then the GFS really got it going, developed it. This is the following Saturday, 27th, and that was being shared everywhere. It's thus backed off a little bit. Even the 12Z showed it yesterday. That was just 24 hours ago. Showed a pretty strong system going up into the Gulf, and it has backed off since then, but big enough that it was kind of getting some shares, because you're guaranteed to get shares if you shared that. Yesterday's 18Z run, look at that, a lot weaker. And then overnight model runs, nothing. So again, yesterday we didn't have hardly any Ensemble support for it, but now we have Ensemble support for it. So I'm not really going to tune it out yet. But like I said yesterday, that looked kind of suspicious. But as far as moisture surge going up into the following weekend, couldn't even be close enough to Daytona to worry about as far as bringing rains to the race. If that mid-Atlantic low and this low kind of converges over the southeast here, then we could have higher rain chances the following weekend for Daytona. So anyway, all right, what else can we say that we haven't already said? Opal formed there in 95? I don't know about Opal. Let's look it up. Tropical Opal. That's an odd name. Opal. Was it a storm or a hurricane? Well, let's pull it up on Wikipedia. Does it have a Wikipedia page? Hurricane Opal, 95. Here we go. Here is the story on Hurricane Opal, Category 4, 1995. Holy moly, I was in college then. Here's a track of it. Doesn't take long in the Gulf, trust me. Any low pressure in the Gulf this time of year, you'd have to watch. So that's why I'm mentioning it, because it's got my curiosity. If the Euro didn't show ensembles and we didn't see the CMC, then I wouldn't be mentioning it. But there's enough support with ensembles here on the Euro. This is following Friday, the 26th. You know, you're starting to see a little bit more chances that we could see low pressure somewhere here in the Gulf of Mexico. I don't think the icon goes out that far, does it? Does it? Did it? Will it? Do it? 00Z. That doesn't give you a lot of. I think it only goes out the 25th. It's a little too far out for the icon. Anyways, all right, we'll leave it on the cruise, and then we'll chit chat a little bit. Miami, what's up, Miami? I got a new station, man. I got a Pitbull on my radio. Every now and then, Julie and I mess up our charger, and we have to reset the radio station. So I got Pitbull radio on there. Somehow I think of Miami. I love Pitbull. Julie hates it when I play salsa music. I put on salsa on Pandora. She's like, "What is that?" Cliff says 95 Hurricane Fran. Yeah, there you go, man. 95 Carolina. Definitely had some big ones back in the day. Richard Bradley, they do have an app. I believe when you look at Tropical Tidbits on your phone, it'll give you an option if you'd like to download the app. I believe that's how it works. Michelle 305, is that a zip code? Hurricane, there we go. Got it on there. Destin next weekend? This weekend, next week? Well, let's look at some future weather here while we're here. Let's get an idea of what's going on in the weather world. So we know we got that lingering front. We know we got a couple days of heavy rain ahead of us. Let's take a look at what's going on as we get into the weekend real quick. Because I need to know. So when people ask, I sound like I know what I'm talking about. Let's see. All right, so Gulf Coast. Lingering front. All right, 12Z just got done. Here's what we got now. We see that on radar. It's current. We know that's happening. It's going to slide through tonight. So we got rains from Texas all the way to the East Coast. Rains are going to become in Florida Peninsula. It's going to go from west to east. That's our flow. See that? So this is the afternoon flow storms today. That's today. This is the afternoon. You can see it Texas down in Louisiana. So more to come tonight, Texas, Louisiana. Then we get into tomorrow, and look what happens tomorrow. More action. Some of this curves back up. Now the front does lift a little bit tomorrow, so we're going to have more rains here across a little north of the Gulf Coast. This is tomorrow. See it? That's tomorrow. Florida storms again coming in off of the Gulf. Friday morning, could be some water spouts again, and it's going to flow west to east tomorrow. And then things start to lighten up a little bit. We have let's see here. Just to kind of give an idea, southeast, most of us are going to be dealing with this. So as we get into Saturday, right here, not as much. So definitely, this is today rains, really juicy, and then tomorrow rains juicy along the East Coast tomorrow. And then Saturday, it starts to lighten up a little bit. Look at that. Florida Peninsula, really dry. Very little on Sunday too. So the weekend is not bad. And you can look on my site here too. We can look the QPF page, which is somewhere, QPF page. And we can look at daily rains, and you can see day 1, this is rains today. Day 2, heavier rains tomorrow. Upper Gulf still, East Coast for sure tomorrow, down into Florida. Then Saturday, look, a lot less. Still going to have some in the middle upper Gulf. A lot less rain on Saturday for everybody. This is Saturday rains. And then Sunday, about the same. Nope, that's not the right one. Here's Sunday. So about the same. So Saturday, Sunday, not so bad. Florida really dries out. We must have a high pressure coming down. Let's take a look. That front gets on out of here, and then we get a little high tomorrow. You can see a little high right there. And then And a little high builds in over Sunday, Monday over Florida. So high pressure locks in and over to southeast for a little bit. That front just kind of lingers. So we got that weird. This frontal boundary is just going to linger for the next several days. Up in the rain chances, probably north of the Gulf Coast. Here's your, well, let's look at 7-day rain totals. So here's your 7-day rain totals. A lot of rain. Look at that. Texas getting it. Ah, look at that. Texas, look at that. It's a miracle. Texas has a lot of rain coming. So ironically, look at this is the way Mother Nature works. Invest 98 really gave a lot of rain here. But look, the ones that didn't get it from 98 are really going to get it. That's awesome. I didn't even notice that. So we got this lingering front. It's going to hang around for several days. Hey, like that. Let's take a look at a little zoomed in a little closer to Texas here. Let's good news, man. Good news travels fast. So let's zoom in on the big old state of Texas. Holy cow. Look at the rain coming. Would you look at that? This is through Friday of next week. Wow. Could it be? Look at that. That is amazing. And it's so odd that our tropical system that the NHC is watching hardly going to put anything in the tip, the peninsula down there. But that's a lot of rain. We're talking 5-6 inches of rain coming. 7 inches. That's a lot of rain. Definitely need it in Texas. So. I didn't see your question. Sorry. Some of the maps you show look a little different on a cell phone browser. Yeah, I always set my phones to go to desktop mode. I'm an Android guy, but I don't like mobile websites at all. And it's like my site. I like to zoom, pinch zoom. It's just so everything just, you know, when you look at something in desktop mode, it looks to me a lot better than mobile mode. So anyway, cool. All right, well, there you go. Cool beans. We had a good show. Appreciate everybody for watching. That's about it. Remember, support all our great supporters. We have a lot of great companies. We talk about them all the time. Hopefully you picked up the coupon code yesterday for our Hurricane hardware. Click around. A lot of our followers and fans are big MWPs too, so that's always really cool. I got my shop updated a little bit better, by the way. We were missing a couple product lines. I don't know what the heck happened to them, but everything's back on the shop now, so you can get some gear. Christmas is not that far away. You can watch blobs. You could be a storm chaser. So anyway, all right. We'll be back live tomorrow's Friday. And we'll keep watching Tropics. I'm going to wait until the 12Zs come out. We'll see if, but that's same thinking as yesterday. We could see 3 different areas next week possibly, but nothing's official. So as of now, Tropics are quiet. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.